EzMoneyFlexx, welcome to the Rack House, never the Trap House, man. What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. I don't do too many videos, but there's some stuff I want to speak on, and it's got something to deal with like your people, or family members, or friends passing away. And you know how it's like how it would be like if somebody passes away, and you was like, man, I was supposed to ride with him that day he died. I was supposed to go with him, but I ain't go. And there was something happened to him, but you was supposed to ride with him, or you was supposed to go with him, or it's just something like that. Or somebody passed right in beside you, and you know it's something that you believe you could have did to save his life, and you didn't. You know, what I'm here to say is that if things like that happens, you aren't supposed to save his life, or you're not supposed to save that person's life. When it's that person's time, that person it's his time. Like, and I say that to say is like my father passed right in front of me. My father went into cardiac arrest right in front of me, And after my father passed, I had all these thoughts like, man, if I would have did this, if I would have did that, man, I should have called the ambulance 5 minutes earlier or a few minutes quicker, or man, I should have took him somewhere. I should have, like, I got all these thoughts of what I should have did after the fact. But my thing is, you weren't supposed to, because it was his time. I'm like, man, I should have had that thought that, hey, I need to call him right away and not wait. You know what I'm saying? Or I should have rolled with him that day to this place and not tell him, no, I'm chilling today. It's because you weren't supposed to. You wasn't supposed to save that person's life because it was that person's time. So I found myself beating myself up like, what? Why didn't I call the ambulance soon as I seen it happen? Why didn't I'm like, that's logical things or common sense things. Like, man, I should have did that. Well, you weren't supposed to. That's why you didn't. Because if you were supposed to, you would have did it. You would have had them thoughts. All that stuff would have clicked and it would have happened. But when it's God's time to take somebody, your judgment is clouded. You're just not going to make the right decision to save that person's life. And that's what I had to come realize. Like, I'm over here beating myself up. Man, I should have did this. I should have did that. Why didn't I think of that? I'm not stupid. I'm got common sense. I should have did these things. Why didn't I do this stuff in this moment? Because, Ernest, that's how God made it to be. And it was his time. So won't nothing you can do to save his life, because it was his time. God took him at this time. That's when it was supposed to happen. And God won't going to allow you to save his life because this was his time. Or else you would have had those thoughts. You would have did what you're supposed to do, and you would have saved him, because you know what you're supposed to have did. You know what you should have had did. But you think about what you should have done after the fact, knowing that's something you would have thought about in that moment to do. Like, no, bro, it was his time. That was it. Just one simple thing I could have did that I couldn't think about doing in that moment. Knowing I got the brain capacity to think of that in that moment, didn't panic, just didn't do it. And that's because God said, buddy, this is time, son. This is time. And ain't nothing you could have done about it. So anybody that's dealing with somebody that left, that passed away from you, in front you, or went somewhere that you were supposed to go with them, but you didn't go, you made a decision not to go, and something happened to that person at that place, or, a car accident, or, just anything. If that person goes and you was involved or some kind of way attached to that situation on where you would have went, or you were supposed to be there, or you was right there but you didn't do the necessary steps to save that person's life, or get them to the ambulance 5 minutes quicker, or call the ambulance 3 minutes fast. If you was just 3 minutes, if I called them 3 minutes earlier, I would have. It's because you want to. And when it's that time, that person's time, there's nothing you can do about it. So if anybody, cause my father passed in front of me, so every time I close my eyes, that's the last image I see, is the way my father was looking in that moment. So I barely get any sleep now because every time I close these eyes, that's what I see. His eyes rolling in the back of his head. Then it come back, then it roll back, mouth open. Like I can't get that image out my head. I can't get it out my head. I'm scarred forever. And I was beating myself up like, why the fuck I didn't think of doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out why the ambulance asking me all these questions. Like I just told y'all, my father dying. His eyes is rolling in the back of his head. I think he going into cardiac arrest, and they continue to ask me questions. Well, did you do this? Did you do that? Hey, we'll try to lay him on the floor. And I'm like, man, look, get y'all ass the fuck over here. Like it's just the way things happen. That it was just my father's time. And I hope I explained this the right way because it's kind of hard for me to talk about this, you know, and kind of hard to put my thoughts into words to make y'all understand what I'm trying to say. But I hope it made sense to y'all. I ain't gonna make this real long, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, when it's that person's time, it's that person's time. And there's nothing you can do about it. Whether you was right there or you was supposed to go with somebody somewhere or, you know, anything. Anything involved in that person's death that you was attached to, supposed to be there, you know, you feel what I'm saying. But anyway, easy money flex, man. Everybody that lost somebody, stay strong. Keep on pushing, man. Life goes on, you know, and just you guys gotta come to grips that we know one thing's for certain in life. You have to go. You can't stay here forever. Easy money.